Hey traders, welcome to episode 635 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here. I figured in lieu of a static video, just might as well go live. Right? I mean, sometimes price warrants it, upside, downside, whatever. We're down $659 on the day. You know, during the night stream, we were only down around 200. So big moves came. And yeah, really in the discussion last night where we were at like 10,000, I think 10,600 or so. Yeah, it was like 10,600, 10,550. It was like, why are we, what's the holdup? Why are we not selling off more? Because there was no support where we were, right? Literally none. Not looking left, not historically, just nowhere. So it's like, okay, so the sell-off, you know, you would think we would hit 10,300 no problem, but it just might take a minute. Well, it took a minute, and we got there, and then we exceeded it and got as low as 10,000, which is a square up. A definite square up right here, man. Right here. 10,050, 10,020. That was it, man. Another square up. You had one right here, 10,700. You also had another one at 11K, 10.7, 10K, 10,050, and you might have one around 9,700, 9,600, which kind of makes sense if we got that low, because let's just real quick look at the big screen. Excuse me, hold on, what the heck? All right. This is cleaned up, no Fibonacci. This is just what's going on right now, right? You can see it's beautiful. It looks wonderful. But we need to look left. We need to go to daily. All right. Here it is. Anchor point 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Hit it. Round it out a little bit. And then selling continues. All right. But look left. Once we broke 11.2, optimism got really low. And then where'd you go, man? 9,800. There's a wick at 10K right on the dot, I believe. Let me see, it's right there. Okay, so 9,950, 9,800, a support zone. The next one, we haven't gotten there quite yet, but give it time, man. Give it time. Maybe the reason we haven't gotten there is because we're at, chat, 17, 18 on the RSI. That's the lowest levels we've seen since November of 2018. What is that? Capitulation move started to the downside. Let's zoom out so you can see, man. Here it is. Let's move this down. Okay. 18. Look left. There you go. November 25th, 2018. So it was just, you know, we started the dump. D-Day for Bitcoin was November 7th. How could you ever forget that day? So this was way down there. We were already at this point, we had already lost stupid amounts of our value. I know. And we are continuing to show, we were continuing to diverge. All right, the divergence actually played out only to make a lower high for us to dump one more time. And then we showed even more divergence down here, right? So you had divergence here that showed, you know, impending price action reversal. We got it, lower high, dumped again, and then you got even nicer bullish divergence on the floor. Low on price, slightly lower low on price, higher levels of relative strength, lower levels negative Momo, Kangs, man, and then everything began, right? So pretty significant, these oscillators, what we're seeing right now, pretty bad, man. So again, just going back to this daily chart. We'll probably see at 99.50 at some point soon. So don't be surprised by that at this point. Again, 11.1. Once 11.1 broke, optimism. 11.1, 11.2. One was a daily historical support. One was the neckline of the double bottom. And once that broke, man, that gave you real good reason to believe that Bitcoin was going to probably be going lower. All right. Altcoins that didn't move, they have now moved. And mother of God. That was a quick stop. All right.
Bruh.
What about the descending broadening wedge on the daily? Combine that with the upward trending support line. One moon.
Descending broadening wedge on the daily. Combine that with the upward trending support line, when moon. Descending broadening wedge. I don't know how I can plot that when it looks perfect parallel, right? This is, This is as perfect as you're gonna get a parallel channel, man. So I don't think descending broadening wedge. I just think huge downsloping price action, right? I think we're in, but you know, so who was it? Someone was asking in the Discord right after I went live. They asked, we hit the bottom of the trend line from the start of the bull run. Yes. All right. Yeah. Let's look at that real quick. Pull it up. After making the adjustment too, stock market got dumped on too. Everything. There was no haven unless you were short today on something, anything. It could have been just about anything, man. And yeah, there's your safe haven. All right. Let's see. Look here. Listen. So not yet. After making the adjustment, friend. Not quite, right? You're going straight down. So like 9,800 is the bottom of this uptrend. All right, with a new adjustment to the trend line from July 28th, that second bottom. All right, so not quite there yet, but very, very soon. 9,800, I mean, where is it, right? Where's the bottom of the upsloping support at this point? It's pretty confluent with the support from May of 2018, around 9,950, 10K. All right, so fast approaching that. Don't know why you wouldn't hit it. Well, the only reason you probably wouldn't hit it, if you didn't, which you very well could, still high probability that's going to happen, is because you are at 18 on the RSI. That would be it. There just might be a pop of the upside. See what I'm saying? Oh, Nelly. This is what happens when you break critical supports. This is exactly what happens on the daily and weekly, right? We broke this, and once it was broken, well, the next available support was 10K, 99.50, and we ran pretty fast right down there. It's something that is really concerning that was discussed when the weekly, well, actually a few days ago, right? I guess after the second day of the new week, really concerned about that weekly. Okay, let me go back here real quick. Go to the weekly. Very concerning here. Okay, what we said had to happen on the 52-week candle high close highs or whatever, we had to get follow through price action. Literally do the opposite. All right, so now there's the jeopardy. You're in jeopardy now of potentially forming a very large double top. Right, one top, second top on candle closes, and here's your valley that gives you the discernible tops. All right, so not what you're looking for. Very ugly red bearish engulfing candle. I think Lawler's talking about 7 weeks. We'll see. Bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, indecision, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing. Right, tons of engulfing candles up here, and that's. And on the weekly, it really doesn't look too terrible. Besides the double top, the potential double top. I mean, as long as you hold 10K. Could be fine, but again, man, this is really ugly. What's going on with Bitcoin right now? I believe now we're talking harmonics. Since we're surpassing the 618, there's a higher probability, it seems, that this was not going to be, some sort of. Sometimes harmonics, the C to D can actually also be X to A for a new harmonic, right? The deeper this goes, there's only one harmonic that can be a 786 retrace, and it's not what you want here, especially if you're long, because it would be like a bullish butterfly, and that would be like, if it pivoted to the 786 and ran up and made a lower high, then yeah, it could be setting up for that butterfly, which would, that's like a 1272 fib extension entry. All right, and I'm just talking about, again, if it was XA and a 786, a lower high, and then you're looking at a 1272 fib extension would be an entry for a bullish butterfly. But again, man, we have no idea yet, but it just seems after breaking the 618, you might be creating X to A, wherever A, we pivot. I think we'll probably know more, but we're getting deeper and deeper into the retraces from the previous low to high. All right, 97.87 is the 786. 886 is 94.64. You get to the 886, it is definitely X to A. There's no XA looking for B, right? That makes sense. I mean, you have to know harmonics, I guess, for it to make much sense. But hey, that's why you have to master Fibonacci. Master the Fibonacci, and then after that, you can, you know, get into harmonics. They're wonderful. They're extremely reliable patterns. They tell a good picture, a great picture. Though this pattern never got to its official PCZ at an 886. This is a bearish bat. They got to the 786. And it also was confluent with the 1618 fib extension from B to C, and that was at the top of a down slipping resistance. So those were coinciding variables. There was no bearish divergence though. All right, that was the only thing that really, you know, was like, Normally you get bearish divergence at the top of these. That makes the pattern even the strongest, right? But again, I guess the down slipping resistance was all it took, right? That was strong enough with the confluence of the fibs. So negative Momo. There is no bullish divergence. There's no opportunity or chance for divergence at this point. So anywhere we decide to pivot, you'll probably rally and make a lower high and then sell off again. And then when you get that after the rally, you get the sell off again, you'll probably then show potential bullish divergence, right? And that's the opportunity we're looking for a long anyway. But as it stands now, this downtrend, this shorter term downtrend, I guess you would call this the midterm downtrend. All right, we've got a long-term uptrend, midterm downtrend, and short-term downtrend. Okay. Anyway, so that's really it for Bitcoin. But you know, Bitcoin being down $700 really isn't the highlight, I think, of the crypto market right now. It is the altcoins that clearly failed to launch. This is what I'm talking about. Yep. Again, it looked to be like it was pivoting, potential higher low double bottom. You know, stopped out pretty fast with not much of a loss, but you know, this is what happens, right? And it wasn't even valid. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I guess you could consider that 5 of a touch point. So 5 touch points. Rising wedge became valid, it seems, this month, a few days ago. But really, man, right? The impulse down, extremely bearish price action, and then after the extreme sell-off, we got our rally, we got our response, and it just ended up being upsloping, converging consolidation, which is not bullish. And then we can go to the daily and we can go to log scale, and you can see mother of God, right? I mean, this is the uptrend we've been in. Haven't touched this, you know, that this chart. And look, when we got out, man, started creating that, didn't look that great. And look where it is. You got the breakout, and you're at critical daily support from April 9th, 2019, and critical support from October 12th, 2018, some support from September 2018. So you're just barely holding on by a thread, chat, on Ethereum and the other altcoins too. All right. Good news, I guess, on the daily for Ethereum is, yeah, this sell-off could continue. We could get oversold, but it does seem there's a very good chance, no matter what happens, no matter how low we go, we will show some bullish divergence on the MACD. Again, daily is a good time scale. So, but remember, Bitcoin kind of runs the show here, as we've seen time and time again. Whew. If you're not enjoying Bitcoin price action dumping, or maybe you do, but you're at least maybe enjoying the coverage of Bitcoin and the alts, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Let's go, man. Let's go on a Wednesday. Big things coming up, man. Tomorrow won't be, it'll be a day of inability for me to communicate much or to be at my battle station much because of things, good things. So again, going live early today just to cover the markets. Ethereum down nearly 11%. What's up, Simpies, man? Thanks, dude. Kevin, that's not right, man. That's not cool, dude. I don't know, dude. I mean, yeah, I get it. But that's the thing about, you know, Auburn and Alabama. It's like some people literally take it that serious, man. So, yeah, it was crazy, dude. All right, let's move on to Litecoin, which is Litecoin's an interesting spot right here. Okay, man. Litecoin, what are you going to do, man? You're already breaking a critical support from July. Oh, man, kind of a little range bound, right? It was trying to pivot to like Ethereum and just dumped with it. Look left. Oh, man. Some serious support looking left. Critical support, not serious. It's just like you break it. That's not good at all, man. All right, what puts your trend in jeopardy for Litecoin? 66 bucks, right? You break 66 bucks, it's probably done. It's over, man, right? This uptrend we had, over. Right, as you can see, the largest correction we had of the uptrend. Also, what happened was we broke out of the channel. Once you broke out of the channel, well, here you go, man. Bearish rectangle, I guess you could say at this point. But really, I mean, this could just keep dumping too. But for now, holding 76 bucks, down nearly 10%. Negative memo has just begun to build. And you're not oversold yet, funny enough, right? 32, you could sell off even more if you wanted to. If the market participants wanted this to sell off more, there'd be room before it's oversold. Not much, but it very well could. So again, you're at a critical support, 74 bucks. You break 74, you're gonna see 68 bucks, $69 real fast. Okay. So there you go, man. Right? You sold off, you rallied, you hit critical areas, right? You couldn't break them. It's almost like head and shoulder stuff, right? Where the neckline was from here to here, and you finally broke it. Okay. Now, I'm not saying it is a head and shoulders, but it's definitely the psychology of a head and shoulders. Okay, where you have a high, a higher high, highest high, then you break down, you make a lower high, a lower high, a lower high than your previous high. And then from the collar to the collar, you've broken some sort of neckline here. Gross, man. Block scale is the only way to get it to look like this. Okay, XRP, what you've been waiting for, of course, right? Oh boy. Yeah. Block scale, let's get the 4 hour. All right, man. Just terrible. You know, you made a lower high here, and then you were at this 29.34 cents, and you dumped. You got as low as 23.812 cents. That's the lowest level we've seen, chat. We have to go to another chart. What I'm doing? No, okay, we're good. This is the lowest price we've seen since December of 2017. Okay, there's no excuse for XRP in terms of performance. It was a terrible performer all year. It had one pump sideways for a while and then dump with everything else. XRP at 26.391 cents. Resounding bounce since that bottom. Wow. What a push back to the upside from there. So I guess you're still in the downsloping channel, right? If you want to call it that. Fib extension wise, we go from the previous low to high. No need for those fibs anymore, useless. It hit the 1618, exceeded the 1618, just straight down and straight up. So currently right around that 1272 at 26.567 cents. Man, the volume. I mean, how about that volume, man? Well, the highest volume spike we've seen since October 2018. Seems like. Crazy stuff, man. Markets are effed right now. Okay. The Malzahn drop. Let's stop pretending the University of Auburn University has the financial ability to move the meter of anything. Okay, on any market. Kinks. There you go, LMNOP. Well, don't tell them that, man. What or do, but it'll go in one ear, out the other. Yeah. Okay, Bitcoin Cash, the one that was actually moving to the upside, but it hit the 382 again and was stonewalled. All right, made adjustments All right, just went with the previous low, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? You ran up one more time, and then that was it, the hoorah, and then the dumpage. It seems like if you adjusted, you're still inside this bearish consolidation pattern, like or Ethereum, and Ethereum has fallen out of its pattern. So again, huge move down, very bearish activity, and here you go, man. I think the trend for Bitcoin Cash, the uptrend is in jeopardy for Bitcoin Cash if you break below 227 ever. Okay, that's the big one. What happened, man? Okay, now what I'm going to do is go back to the Bitcoin chart. And, you know, again, Bitcoin Cash hit the 382. That's the beginning of the golden zone, right? It hit it, kind of double topped there, right? That's it, man. Just not enough demand. So when confirmation of lack of demand occurs on a market, what happens? Market participants will let that price drop to find more demand. Dang, dude. So we looked at all the major coins today. Looked at Bitcoin, the daily and the weekly. Talked about what's going on there. Critical support's upon us. Yeah, man. Nasty move down, 10,150. We've got 9 minutes until your 4-hour close. We've got 4 hours and 9 minutes until your daily close. Descending channel. I mean, is it not a... It's been a down-sloping channel since we got our third anchor point. I mean, July 10th, when we peaked. Next day I woke up, oh, we got another anchor point. 1, 2, 3. There you go. But then we got this anchor point and then adjusted 1, 2, and 3. Correct? Maybe, man. Well, you know that recession, food and bar sales all time, I mean, or they've crashed. And there's a lot of different sectors that are leading indicators that show us that a recession's coming or has not already started. We're just the very, very beginning, the unseeming phase. Okay, so I'm going to look at some chat real quick, since I haven't. Jesse, thanks again for the $10 super chat, man. So just scrolling up and saw it, but don't know if I gave enough recognition. So Jean-Francois, Dr. FOMO, Holland Lane, MK Kush, James S, True Stoner, Johnny Hammersticks, hey James Glenn, Adrian A, hi. Adrian, this is probably a better time for you to watch, right? Probably a little bit more reasonable hour over there. What's up, Tony C. Stark? Bywin? Adam Duncan? Thanks, man. Roll Tide. See you in the third weekend of October, Adam. For number 13. We've already broken the record for all-time winning streak on Tennessee. So I guess we'll extend it in Bryant-Denny this year. Good luck, man. I'll be there with the cigar. Stock market's down bad today. Yes, it is. It is. Today was everything was together on the dumpage. Certainly. Very, very bad day today. If you want to see it, you can't. S&P 500 down nearly 3%. Awful, awful day. But still inside this upsloping channel, right? Anchor point 1 and 2 and 3 on the bottom. You're still in it until you're not. But man, the weakness shown on the breakout to all-time highs, the lack of volume indicated just the buyer enthusiasm was just not there like it was before in the past when we broke all-time highs way back. Man, you remember the enthusiasm back here, man? It was right here, man. November. That was right after the presidential election, man. That breakout, enthusiasm, so much enthusiasm in the market. Trillions of dollars just pumped back into the market. and now new all-time highs, nothing the same at all, right? With tons of indicators all over the world indicating a slowdown in consumerism and, you know, people buying things. All right, so that's not really good. Plunge protection team connect, right? But it looks like that across these larger markets. All right. Right, for instance, if you want to look real quick, we've got the NASDAQ also sold off 7,500, still inside a subsloping channel for now. But man, after an impulse down, this was the response. 50%, nearly 60% retrace, and then that was it, man. Just really? So are we just bearishly consolidating now with the weakness? I mean, look, man, you sell off, you finally get there, then you rally, the V recovery. It's starting to get a little sketchy now, right, on its recovery. S&P, just looked at it. Okay, Dow Jones, a little different, right? 1 and 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top. Now, I guess I get it, right? If we adjusted here and made the anchor points the same, it would, right, clearly, you know, different, right? But to me, it just seemed like with this anchor point, I get it, man, right? So 1, 2, 3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Clearly plenty of room to run the downside on Dow Jones on this one. All right, so again, a V recovery, no V recovery. So the impulse, right? You're probably just pausing, and the impulse could continue on. And then you've got the IWM, which is the Russell 2000 ETF, right? That is at the bottom of a range, a very, very important range, man. Not what you're looking for. Okay, kind of triple topping, head and shouldering, if you will. And you're in very, very, I mean, dude, breaking this support could be very, very bad. I get it, there's 144 support here, but man, the recovery you got couldn't even come close to threatening all-time highs back from September of last year. So there you go, man, right? Not really what you're looking for. Lower highs. Break 145, you could be in a lot of trouble.
Bruh.
All right, so there's the 4 major indices, right, that we just looked at. Not looking so hot right now. Locus free, thank God for stop losses. Absolutely. That's like why it's like you can't trade without stop losses, man. You just can't. You might as well just not if you're not going to, right? Sorry, just trying to catch up on chat now. All right. Your wallpaper pattern fits this market exactly, Clara. Interesting. Why did Bitcoin crash? I wouldn't say it crashed. Hardly crashed, man. This is crypto. I mean, 5% days happen all the time. 6% days, 7% days, some 10% days happen, man. Crash? Hardly. This is still in retrace level mode, right? From crash is this doesn't stop, right? It doesn't even. I mean, it's gonna have to at some point. This move down will have to go sideways for a little bit just to reset the oscillator. It's natural. It's just what happens every single time. Currently, you just cracked below 18 on the RSI, and now we're at levels we haven't seen since November 20th, 2018. All right. Although that day it got down to 11.6. And then on the big move, November, just a week after the beginning of the end for Bitcoin for a while, was it got down to 5.82 on the 4-hour RSI. Wow. Wow, access denied. Well, I hope you learned something. It's a costly learning lesson, right? But hopefully you took something from losing by not setting a stop loss, and now you know, right? And it's burnt in your brain, right? If not, you might be crazy. Yeah, you might be insane because doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, right? Insanity. Learn from it and look forward, and don't let your emotions from the mistakes you made in the past affect your decisions in the future. Dang, I'm so behind on chat. My bad. Okay, so since we're dumping today, all of a sudden TA is fake. It's not real. That's so ridiculous to say, man. Like, I mean, once we broke 11.1, even last night before the streaming, it was like, okay, we're sitting where there's no support. Probably going to sell off more. This might take a little while, and it took a little while, and we moved down to like, we're still, or I mean, we're at a kind of a support now, but you'd think on the daily 99.50, we were just $100 or $50 away from it. Once you broke 11.2 on the daily, you're running pretty much the next available support at 10,000. All right, daily supports, man, very important. Look left. What's up, Jules? Are the beeswax? Jonathan, way ahead of you, man. I'm just behind on chat, so. Okay, a lot of vitriol in chat, it seems like. I don't know, I guess. So, Ryan, why is it always raining there? Raining where, dude? Here? Oh, you not notice the bearish tornado behind you? It's thunderstorming? Okay. Johnny, thanks for the 1 super chat, man. So, Claudio, is that downtrend fib measurement upside down? What do you mean, Ryan? What does that mean? I don't know. Dude, I'm so behind. Holy crap. Sorry, I just had to go all the way down. Oh, I'm sure, man. I'm sure the DAX is probably getting wrecked. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, DAX is getting destroyed. Worse. Oh, we looked at this the other day. I remember. And there was like crazy bearish divergence on the RSI. You were in an uptrend of some sort, and then you weren't. Then you weren't, man. It was like, let's see. Here's your DAX, the German market, right? Oh my God, so beautiful, man. So fantastic. But anyway, you finally found some support and you broke out of the downtrend. You rallied, and you know, from the top, how high did we get? High to low. You know, you got near a 786 retrace. Let's say you retraced 70% of the way, maybe 72% from the high point to low point of the structure, and then the divergence was really there, right? I mean, I'm sure people around the world saw it. A high on price, you finally rallied and made a slightly higher price with lower levels of relative strength. And what does that mean in penny price action versus the downside? Well, sure as heck got it, didn't you? Okay. Now from your low point to high point, where are we? We're at a 50% retrace so far. And it looks like you're approaching some sort of support. 11,422. All right, see how well that holds. Nearly, I mean, you were oversold briefly, but you know, no real divergence yet. I mean, you're low and rally, not really rally, then selling off again. Bearishly engulfing today. That's, yeah, probably lower prices coming.
Bruh.
While BTC goes down, I think mid-range stock is on the verge of breakout. Investing 420 now. Gangs.
Is that a joint?
James B, thanks for the 420 contribution, man. Much love. Don't think anyone's really concerned about my stock. Okay. Which is just me. So I'll be here, rain or shine. You can close see it's raining right now. Thundering, tornadoing, all that. Through the love and the hate. Okay. On days like this, there's normally a lot of hate in chat. So got to deal with that. So Project 500. Thanks again, James. Sup Trader Fam. Eric P. Well, then maybe you shouldn't use that. Maybe one wouldn't want to use an exchange that doesn't have stop losses. What in the world? That's obviously not for traders. That's like, hey, I'm going to use Coinbase, normal Coinbase, to try to trade. Good luck, dude. The inverse. It's on all I. Okay, all eyeing right now. So now it seems like, all right, if you all eye, we're just looking at it like this. Right, and there's right, that trend line. Really like this though, man. I mean, I know there's like multiple legs, right? Angle of ascent and angle of descent, right, from different swing highs, right? Just means that more and more people were buying in, right? But now we're breaking these little upsloping trend lines, or downsloping, I guess, in this context, right? There was one here, one, and then you broke it, rallied back above it, and now you're below it. That's fine, but again, a real big one is just like, you can see it, man. Like one here, and you're not quite there. You haven't even come close to touching it. Soon though, soon you could, and that's right around 9,400. Okay, but you know what I'm saying, man. It's just geometry stuff, geometrical. And so that hasn't been threatened yet. But again, I don't care. 7,500 is the breaking point for Bitcoin's trend. You stay above 7,500 for the next 5 months, you're still fine, man. Okay. That's a big if, though. Gotta find out and see what we're made of. But it's just like you had this stupendous downtrend, and now you're finally rallying to the upside. Okay, finally. Kappa, you're now finally, after a huge uptrend, going to the downside. Okay, right now it's just a midterm trend. That's what you can call it. Local on the 8s. Yeah, we missed it. Sorry. Local on the 8s. Andrew Crawford, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Much love. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate the support. Okay. Really appreciate it. Oh my God. That is upside down. What are you talking about? Yeah, I flipped it upside down. What? Oh my God, sorry. I can't even hear this. Trying to get the audio right. What's up, Frank Castle? John Anderson.
Johnny M in the mix.
No, on the fib drawing. Oh, fib drawing you're talking about, Ryan. You got go to Discord and PM me or something what you're talking about. Okay, like a visual, because I'm still having trouble. What's up, Aloho? Good to see you again, man. Wait, I'm sorry. Why would sorry, from a previous low to high, this is accurate. This is correct. This is how you're supposed to look at fibs, right? From the previous low we had to the high, we're now selling off and exceeded the 618, and now we're going toward the 786 at 9,800. Come on, man. Trying to tell me my fibs are wrong? I'm fibbing wrong? No, I'm not at all. Vampire, it's not like I don't use them. I just don't look at them as much because, dude, with down-sloping equidistant channels, harmonics, Fibonacci. Start throwing in 3 lines, moving averages, dude, it gets too busy, man. There's just too much. So I'll look at it, but not very often. And yeah, we had a death cross into a golden cross into probably a death cross soon again, right? Right, golden cross, and now it's lagging indicators. It's not really going to help you, and death cross soon. For sure, look, death cross, golden cross, probably death cross in time. Okay. It's just, and it's like, why do you scale so large? So you can see as viewers. I'm trying to, with complex technical analysis, you try to make it as simple as possible, even though that sounds crazy. You can explain why going from a swing low to swing high, from a previous low to high, is not correct. Okay, Ryan. Yes, I know my fibs are correct. I know fibbing from the previous low to high, that is exactly how you're supposed to Fibonacci, and then someone in here who's been in here I don't know how long is now telling me my fibs are wrong. It doesn't make sense. Sorry, dude. It's all relative to how I'm looking at it. Dude, you can fib more far out too, of course. This is a shorter term Fibonacci. Like, what? It's relative. We're in a downtrend. We're in this channel still, so we're looking for points, reversal points. That's what fibs are. We're going to a deep retrace right now. Alfredo says 97.76. I don't know, man. 9,800, 10K. Seems like 10K first, then 9,800, and then maybe 97.76, dude. What's up, Nick Patton? The fib drawing, not the placement. The fib drawing. So you're saying 786, 618, 50%, 382, 886, 78. Those are all wrong. I don't understand. That's weird. Can't really address you continuing to say these things. Okay. And you said you can prove it. Well, then hit me up in Discord, in general or in PM. It doesn't matter. Oh, dude, it's one of those. It's one of those. We always make fun of the thumbnails of the news where it's people on the trading floor being like, oh man. All right, they had a good one today. CNBC, man. Worst day of 2019 after bond market since recession warning. Dude, that's been going on, dudes. There have been warnings for the global recession, yeah. Thanks, Mike. Aristos? No, man, I'm pretty good. Pretty good on energy, I guess. But, you know, it's an earlier stream, I guess. You know, just came on for, so just because the price action. Bitcoin's down $728 on the day, nearly 7%. Altcoin's down even worse. A little delay in their dumpage, oddly enough, right? I'm not trying to school someone, dude. I'm just literally, someone's attacking and saying, oh, you're wrong. And they're typing, he's typing more than all of you combined, right? That's how much he's typing in the live chat. So it's like, okay. Remember 8-hour moon streams? You remember 8-hour dump streams, King of the Moon? I remember. Aristo is awesome, man. I'm glad you're happy, dude. Is any asset safe from the next global recession? Well, I mean, like, obviously the safest asset is a shorting, right? But like, so it's good you asked that, Jesse, because people be like, gold, right? Or something like that. Oh, gold would be great, safe haven from a global recession or crisis, right? But if you don't know, gold and precious metals they are hedges often against global tumults. They crashed just as hard as the rest of the market, in 2007, 2008 or whatever. And they recovered, though, 5 months earlier than the equity market. So, equities market. And then topped out in 2011. So, it really is just like safe haven. Not really, unless you got puts or you're short. And that we're just talking about the initial moves, right? The big volatile moves, right? Downtrend, you know, the global financial crisis bear market lasted 1.7 years. So it's not an event, it's a process. And so it lasts some time, all right? Man, we're out today, right? Dude, there's so much, like, I don't know, are these the days to even stream in? Yeah. Hey, Kevin, hit up Bradford, PM him, and he will give you details on stuff, okay, man? That's all I can say. Can I explain how China devaluing their currency affects the U.S. market? Well, it affected the U.S. market by having, you know, it all started because Trump's tariffs, and then China devalued the currency to offset that, literally rendering the tariffs useless pretty much. Like, it didn't do anything, negated it. And so it's kind of good for, I mean, equities like Apple, right? Like, you know, China's such a large exporter, right? So it's good for many companies because the response to the devaluation of the currency is Trump postponing many tariffs until December 15th. And so he did that to, I think, probably prevent the acceleration of the recession that has probably already started. And so I think he realized pretty fast, dang, man. So we made our chess move. China responded with their chess move, and it didn't go very well for us. So now we're going to respond with a chess move, and everyone around the market are like, this is really weird, because probably the only reason he did that was because he's got an re-election coming up next year, and he probably doesn't want the market to dump and creating tariffs, China devaluing the currency. That's really bad fundamentally for the stock market, man, or any global market. Okay, so probably not good, because it's like he tried to, you know, respond to the devaluation, and all the people are saying is like, okay, that's showing a lot of weakness right there. You're redacting what you did already? Wait, what? You see what I'm saying? It's a weak move, but it kind of had to be done. But I think even with it being done, the damage is done, right? Because it's not about what literally is, it's about perception, the market's perception of how things are. And we saw, like, back in 2000, Greenspan cutting rates and stuff, but he did it to try to make it look like an insurance move, but the market interpreted it completely different, and the market dumped a lot because of Greenspan. Like, it accelerated things. So it's all these, like, people in power trying to make moves, but then the people all collectively around the world that make these markets see it in a different way, right? And it's like backfiring, lots of backfiring, I think. J-Mo, maybe that helps a little bit.
Bruh.
Thanks, B, man. Trump's timing his moves really well. I don't know about that, man. I mean, like, dude, this... It almost like what he did was so weak, and it shows that I don't think he, and maybe the administration, they didn't know what was going to happen. Like, they didn't think about what China was going to do.
Where do you think ETH is going from here?
Thank you, Scott Holler, man. Really appreciate that. Where's it going from here? Well, let's give you a measured move of the pattern we broke out of. Give you a good view. And measured move of this pattern is down at 162. That seems likely in time, right? Maybe we solve a little bit more, go sideways, we consolidate, and then we end up just running again to the downside. Extremely oversold. Lowest levels we've seen since July, mid-July. So, but it makes sense, right? I mean, right, you went from the top of the channel to the bottom in less than a month, right? Top of the channel to bottom. Then after the huge irregular bearish move, right? That's a serious bearish move, bearish activity. After that, right? After a big move down like that, the only way the recovery happens is V-shaped recoveries, and we see them in the stock market. There was no V-shaped recovery. You got an automatic rally. The automatic rally manifested into a 23% retrace from the previous high to low. That's so weak, man. That was your price action. That was your response. That was your rally, and probably only rallied because we hit the bottom of the channel, and then consolidation happened. When bearish consolidation happens, right? Look at it, flip it over, right? Downtrend, down sloping consolidation after an impulse up. And now you're breaking out bullishly, Kappa, bearishly. You're at a very critical levels of support here. Your trend is in jeopardy hardcore around 150. Right, that's the next previous low. But I mean, again, you could argue that we've already, look, 230 was like a low. So you're making lower lows than your previous low now. Right, it makes sense. So 160 is the measure move of this pattern. All right, Scott, there you go, man. Whoa. Wow, dude. Ryan, you must have some sort of mental problem, dude. You like spam chat, and then you call me names when, for no, I don't know what reason. I'm in here just trying to live my best life, trying to give market analysis on these charts, and I told you to give me your argument in Discord, and you didn't at all. And then, again, you didn't give an argument. You just said, you're wrong, Colonel Sanders. And then no follow-through. You gave no evidence to your argument. You didn't have an argument. And then you completely lost when you called me that name at 3:20 my time. Childish. Sure thing, Scott, man. Thanks again.
Hey Mitch, can you please explain the 5-layer pitchfork you use and where I can locate it on TradingView? Thank you, you've taught me so much.
Sure, man. All right, everyone pay attention. Everyone pay attention. 752 of y'all watching right now. If you're enjoying this live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Let's get a like spike, sub spike, everything spike. All right, about to do some education on this tool that I've done before. I mean, it's a Patreon video of the education of this, okay? So, like, if you want to learn about all the tools I use, how to set them up, if you want to learn about Fibonacci more, you want to learn about chart patterns, joining the Patreon is the way to do it. It's like education, man. It's like stupid amounts of education in the Patreon. You, like, invest in yourself. If you want to invest in yourself, Patreon's good for you. Okay, if you don't want to invest in yourself and you just want handouts, it's not for you. Okay, crypto is an inefficient trading market, all right? And opportunity comes, but it takes time for opportunity to come because there's swing traders and there's other markets out there. Okay. Easy, man. Real easy. Drawings panel, turn it on. Right here, we see the parallel channel. Click that. Excuse me, it's not that one. See what fib retrace is. The third one. 1, 2, 3. Go down to fib channel. Just like a parallel channel, the rules, you gotta have 3 touch points. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Or 2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. 1 anchor point, 2 anchor points, 3rd anchor point, right? So this is a fib channel. We've manipulated the fib channel. Shout out to Larley for, you know, I know a long time ago we were like, how can we get it? The pitchfork. The pitchfork sucks, man. It's just really annoying to use. I don't know. It never clicked with me. I didn't like it. So neither did Larley. But here you go, man. Very easy to set it up. Your the settings, right? The inputs: 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. If you want it to extend out, which I recommend, extend left, extend right, take off levels, prices, percent, all that, and no background. And that's it, man. That's it. Fib channel, manipulated. Okay?
Bruh.
I like to eat.
You like to eat Bitcoin, or you like to eat mighty mushrooms. Thank you for the $10.16 worth of Bitcoin, man. Much love. Thanks, dude.
Bruh.
So did that help? Anyone at all?
Bueller.
Dude, music's so loud. Mother of God. How, though? Guess it's a little better. Sorry about the audio right there. What's up, Stuart Grant? Simpies, thanks for the like, man. What's up, Tango Mango? Just says the Great Depression randomly. Okay. Random words. So JL Hightower, thank you for watching, man. Thanks for caring enough about yourself to try to learn something instead of watching Badlands Chugs or Ice Poseidon. Okay. Or some thought on Twitch. Okay. It worked. Awesome. Very good. Glad y'all could hear it. My audio looked like it was really screwed up right there. It shouldn't be low. It should be perfect right here. Audio is good. That is hard to believe based on experience of decibel levels on OBS. That's as far as I can go. All right, sound check now. What is this, Golden Crypto? You are still confused as to why we are checking fib levels based on log scale in the fib tool? You would have it clicked if you're in log scale. See what I'm saying, man? So Marco says pizzas, random word of the day. All right, dude. Hype in the chat. What are you trying to say about Badlands Chugs? I'm saying when you watch that, you're watching mental junk food. At least in here, there's some sort of mental nutrition involved with watching this stream, right? A little bit of mental sushi versus a mental Swiss cake roll. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Lars Larson? Did you join the Discord last night? I think I saw you, man. Remember, if you want to be part of one of the largest, most active crypto communities, our Discord's it, man. This is it. Someone posted that Discord link. Another reason why, like-minded individuals that care about the same thing you care about, first off. But second off, YouTube's terrible with notifications. And if you want to know anytime I'm live early, real early today. Bet you money a lot of people that are not part of the Discord are missing out on watching this when they may have wanted to. Anytime I don't go live at the regular times, I always get comments like, dang, dude, I didn't get notified. Oh my God, screw YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Well, if you're in Discord, you will always be notified when I go live or produce a video. Always, no matter what time it is. So that's a big reason why one would want to join this Discord. Of course, we went over XRP, man. Russian troll, of course, man. Thank you, Christopher Thorman. We appreciate it. Love you too, James Glenn, man. Thanks, dude. Please, no XRP, Nestor. Okay, dude. Fine. No XRP. Guess we can just go back to... well, you know what, man? Let's... Hey, you want to know an asset that no matter what, this is your buddy, man. This is our buddy. This is gold. What market in tumult, scary, bad stuff? Well, dude, still above 1500, no problem, man. Not even budging. If anything, trying to bullishly engulf this indecision candle right here. What? Spinning top. Can you believe it, man? Gold is Kangs, man. Let's get a big round of applause for gold for being so strong in these times. Please clap. What are you saying, man? About fibs? Fibbles 22 points are the same whether you display the data in log or linear. Well, so the thing is, Golden Supreme, like, in the past, I think about it until, I don't know, a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago, max. No way, I think it was still like a month and a half. Or less, really. Let's go to, like, let me just... Hold on a sec, man. And I don't really know, man. Like, they're still kind of freaking me out a little bit, but, like... Okay, for instance, let's just do, we're looking at Litecoin, whatever.
Binance is shutting down at 9 p.m. Central tonight for 6 to 8 hours.
Jesse Dow, man, thanks for the $5 super chat, and thanks for the notification for everyone in here. I know everyone else appreciates that. Thank you, man. Much love. So with the Fibonacci, right, non-log scale, let's go from the all-time highs to low, right? Exceed a 23% retrace. Then you go in log. All of a sudden, all right, log scale, high to low, 62% retrace. This gets me, man, because I don't really understand like how it can do that. Because look, Fibonacci non-log scale, that makes sense. But yeah, dude, the fib channel tool is kind of freaking me out a little bit. Whoops, what the? Right, fib level is based on log scale. It's showing a 62% retrace. And so at the golden retrace in log scale with this Fibonacci, you reversed. Your trend could have very well reversed completely, right? All right, this was the trend we were in. It was so nice. But again, I don't think you're screwed on this trend until $66, $65 is broken to the downside. So it's interesting, right? When you're in log scale, that's what it does, man. So it's kind of weird. So it's like from the percentage changed in a short amount of time, log scale is showing us 62% retrace. Right? It's weird. John, not quite yet, but surely the selling, you know, we're continuing on the downtrend, the midterm downtrend on Bitcoin, yes. Log fibs are based on distance on the chart, not prices. Yeah, true. Very true, right? It got 62% of the way. If you're in log scale and you're not using Fibonacci, right? You don't really, it looks like, you know, 50%, maybe 60% of the way, right? But not in log, right? It's only 23%. So either way, man, Fibonacci, I mean, like a golden retrace, hitting that and reversing there, pretty nice. All kinds of divergence on the daily, on both triple MACD, bearish divergence on the way up, and you had triple MACD, bearish divergence in log scale, right? On the daily at a 62% retrace. Okay. Jesse, who are you talking to? Yeah, gold's extremely nice. Maha Freedom says, hey man, just want to say thanks for always being here. I know things haven't been ideal for streaming, but you continue to push. You've learned so much. You've been silent recently, but you're here. Maha Freedom, thanks, man, for the kind words, the support, the contributions to the stream, everything, man. Okay, really appreciate it, dude. But yeah, dude, believe me, man, these market conditions, these are the market conditions I was born in as a content creator. Born into death, Bitcoin death, right? Just getting destroyed, capitulating, crashing, right? That's when we got into, well, that's when I got into streaming. Logfib's way to go. Well, it makes sense, man, right? I mean, it really does, especially maybe in crypto, right? Where you had such a large move up and then you dumped. It looks like maybe market participants were looking at Fibonacci and log scale, right? Is what I'm saying. Maybe the market makers, the people that make the market for Litecoin, were looking at Fibonacci and log scale and said, hey, 60% retrace in log scale. Okay. Bearish divergence. Ooh. Might be a good area to reverse your price action. Some do, and Jim, a lot of people, a lot of exchanges and big players, big analysts like LogScale. Yeah, Imstone, whatever that, I don't know that index. I don't really like, you know, use it or anything. But well, it was at all-time lows last night. It's now even lower, right? 8 or 9. What's up, Jenna McToon? Says log scale takes both the log of both sides of y equals mx plus b. She thinks. Thanks for the input. I think, Kappa. Thank you. But yeah, I've got a lot of crap I have to do. Packing and stuff. A little bit of laundry. And yeah, man, again, tomorrow, if you don't know, I'm trying to give it my all today a little bit, just because like tomorrow I won't be available for much of the day, unfortunately. Fly in, yes. Young and on traditionals, of course. Absolutely. There wasn't much of a crypto market when I started getting it. And now Bitcoin existed, but a market like besides Bitcoin, nah, not when I started getting into this stuff. If they were the same, and if Fibonacci on TradingView was the same, log, that's just clearly not the case, right? Not in log, 23% retrace, you know, maybe you got a 30% retrace from the all-time high to low, but in log scale, high to low, 62% retrace. So they're certainly different. You can see it. We just showed it, right? Okay, so is it different on how it's displayed? Well, man, you know, a 62% retrace, golden retrace, and you show bearish divergence with the 62% retrace. That's really, I mean, that was probably the way market participants were interpreting the Fibonacci on this asset. Welcome to Digital World. Potential bullish engulfing setting up on the 60-minute. Uh-oh, Imstone. Well, you know, I mean, $60-minute. Come on, really? That's not bullish engulfing. Though you are showing some really nice bullish divergence now. After a square up A nice little square up at 10,050. Right. You definitely have divergence, man. 60-minute divergence, and that might be, this might, if you're so oversold, right?
Thanks again for your time, even though I'm a Trojan fan.
Johnny BTV, thanks for the 101 crypto contribution. Even though you're a Trojan fan, hey man, just keep it over on the West Coast, man. We'll be okay. All right. Thanks, man. Myself. So, yep, there is now divergence being pretty freaking oversold on the 60 minutes after squaring up. It's possible you could get a scrub rally here, a lower high rally before selling off again. So, with 60-minute divergence, it might be, if someone's thinking about going short here, it's like, well, you're FOMOing into a short, right? At this point. Pretty though on Litecoin and log scale. Let's go hopium, SJ. I mean, it's not hopium. It's we're not saying, oh, it's gonna happen. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I just think though, when you get to a certain point of being oversold, a reversal happens. And it doesn't have to be a big reversal, but it certainly can be enough of a reversal to where you just make a scrub lower high. You get out of overbought or oversold territory, and then you can just dump again. See what I'm saying? What is it, Crypto Capsule? Your August 14th, 2018, August 14th today for XRP. Price was the same basically on drops. Wow. 1 year ago, man. Same freaking price. Terrible. Yeah, Asia will be waking up again. Asia helped the selling. The US pushed it down further. So again, there are people that only trade square ups, right? You squared up, man. That's clear square up right there. That's where an exchange offloaded their position at a break-even price. Okay, you're showing 60-minute bullish divergence at a square up level. Okay, I think there's another square up around 9,600. Right, it's around here. Yep. And that's the last one. So look, you bounce here based on divergence, lower high, and then you could sell off again to square up once more at 9,600 maybe. But like the thing is, 9,800 is the daily support. I'm not searching for a scrub rally, Stefan, but I'm just saying, like, the 60-minute is showing a little bit of just a tidbit of exhaustion, and that makes sense after such a stupendous move down, and you hit a square up, and so those are just kind of coinciding variables. Okay, and it's not a trade setup. It's not like, oh yeah, this or that. It's just, we're just analyzing the market right now on a less significant time scale. Jory says, why would you sell off again and not making a higher low? What? Oh, you're talking about why would we hit this area and pivot and it's a higher low, so why would we not continue on up? Very possible, man, right? Always possible, right? But the thing is, though, us being at 10,171, that's not a real daily support. The real support is 10K, 9,800. Yeah, right. So right here, 99.57, 99.60, 9,800, right? The next support. We got very close, but didn't quite touch it yet, right? So yeah, it is very important here, really, and that's why it's good to look at the other chart we have. Okay, the uptrend, and nearing the bottom of that as well, right? And so pivoting with a higher low here could be very good, but then it's like if you pivot and begin a rally, you have to make a higher low. Otherwise, the downtrend will just continue on, and you'll break this and go to lower prices. Okay. Thanks, Stone, man. Always a possibility, DRFPB. Always a possibility. Can't join. Oh, crap. I think my link's broken in Discord. Can someone post the Discord link in the chat? Be sure everyone needs to join that. Join the Discord. I mean, we got like over 4,500 members now, and it's how you get notified when I go live, because YouTube fails all the time. I did think it. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like just looking left, you didn't hit on Bitfinex list. You didn't hit the 10K mark. Not exactly. Coinbase, again, it's different. Like you didn't hit the support either on Coinbase. Oh yeah. We've hit the support before. Will we hit it again and bounce? Very interesting. There you go. Hey Brad, make sure that link works, right? Weren't we having issues with that working? No, just sometimes it's a link that we use for the Discord. It's not working right now. So it's not working, says Hans. Brad, there you go. And I'm just going to use this Discord link. I'm going to go ahead and just change it up in my whatever, my YouTube live settings, and just it's going to be there until y'all can figure it out. But it just causes a lot of problems. The redirect link changing now. So the negative momentum on the daily has just begun, which really sucks, right? Because, you know, very seldom do you just get one negative histogram wick. A lot of times you get follow through, right? More selling, larger levels of negative Momo. And the problem on the daily is you have so much room to run the downside. You're at 42, so you're getting closer and closer to that bearish territory. And so that just means if the negative momentum, if the market participants wanted to push this price lower, the negative momentum would continue picking up, lower prices, and you got so much room to become oversold if market participants truly wanted this price to go a lot lower, right? 42 and 30 being oversold. Haven't seen levels like that since December, right? You know, daily getting this level is really bad, man. Gnarly, man, gnarly. But even in the best uptrends, right, we've been oversold before, or even at least in oversold territory. I mean, this was the whole uptrend, and it all ended right here, or right around here. It's December 22nd. Okay, so the whole uptrend, we've been oversold before. But one thing that's crazy is like when the uptrend began, right? This was it. After this, this was the move that I think began the whole uptrend from, you know, late 2015 all the way to late 2017, right? Being oversold like crazy. All right, ran up and eventually came back down to oversold. Well, maybe we eventually become oversold again, but eventually stay above 7,500 in the rally again. Sorry. Let's see. So annoying. This thing on my description, Streamlabs, it won't stop. It keeps like putting itself on my description, and it's really pissing me off. Okay, it's saving. Saving now. All right, the new Discord link that works is in the description below. Okay. Whew. Is anyone still there? Thanks for the 760 people hanging out. If you're joining the live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. Well, let's go, man. XRP lover for life. You're sick in your stomach because you fell in love with an asset that doesn't give two craps about you. Okay, don't love something that doesn't love you back. And life will be a lot better. Especially when that thing you love betrays you. And it betrayed you because it's an asset that has an almost unlimited supply. And you may not even be investing in Ripple and Garlinghouse and all them Schwartz if you own XRP. Because it's a utility token for sure. Leaving emotion out of this stuff is like, yeah, Brad, it's okay, man. Brad, yeah, I give you authority on that one. Okay, so again, 10,147, 9 minutes until your 4-hour close. Oh, I'm sorry, till your 60-minute close. New 4-hour candle started about 50 minutes ago. So again, we've exceeded the golden retrace. 786 is 9,800 roughly. Sure, Jason R. And thank you, Nutso Man. Gordy. Okay, so just went over the histogram wick. The first negative histogram wick on the daily Bitcoin is seen since July 31st. All right, 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. What's up, Dave Jones? Good to see you, man. So I don't know, man. We talked about stock market, we talked about gold, we talked about Bitcoin, talked about all the altcoins, everything on fire. Covered it all, man. All right, so well, another square up on the 60-minute now to the upside. I mean, you got a pretty clear one up here at like 11.2. I think you have, I mean, did they square up right here? Looks like you got one around 10.5. Because like this wick right here, it seems like they squared up this, so like the next square up might be around 10.5, 10,450. All right, to the upside if it does retrace after this square up we just got. And again, there's another one at 9,600. Prodigal, no, it was someone else. It wasn't Kenny G. Gordy boy, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean, dude? Tyler M, there are many people like that. Just go take a look at AMD on StockTwits. There are many cults of many different assets, Tyler. Crypto, it's nothing there's nothing different. Before XRP even existed, there were cults like that. What's up, Miss Doobie? Good to see you. Housing market's next. Uh-oh, man. Think so? Big plunge today. Triple topping. Big triple top on the housing market. but still very, very bullish right now. Here's your housing market, bro. It's one heck of a recovery since the crisis, 2008. Covered beautiful rally, and kind of recently we had a right-angled and descending broadening formation. Measure move got hit, and at the measure move of the pattern, triple topping. 1, 2, 3 now. But then some could argue it's just some sort of ascending triangle developing. I don't know, third time's a charm. And we'll see how this goes, man. I mean, when you fail 3 times, a lot of times it's like the market giving confirmation that that is the top. But still making higher lows until you aren't. And you keep making higher lows with the sell wall, eventually you could break that and go higher. But again, ascending broadening wedge after the impulse is not so much a bullish pattern. If we ever broke this 2028 area, a measure move puts you down at like 1900, which is okay. Even if all that happened, who cares? Because it's still extremely bullish. What? I did TA education today. Did we not? What? Thought the whole stream we were like always educating. I've got 4 monitors, and then I have a 55-inch also. Thoughts on Wyckoff? Put a K in there and you're good, but I love it, man. Wyckoff was a genius, master tape reader back in the day, and it's great. Wyckoff's awesome. I recommend the book Trades About to Happen by David Weiss, W-E-I-S, I believe his name is. It's a great book. JL Hightower, during that crisis, I was in college, so nothing. I was in college till 2011, really, so. My opinion on what's happening in the crypto space is Bitcoin had a crazy buying climax that hit 14K roughly, made a lower high, bearish cipher pattern that could have ushered in, it did usher in a downtrend, a midterm downtrend, whereas we have an overall, I think, a major uptrend. And that major uptrend, I don't think, is in trouble until we break below 7,500, really. But then we look at the other chart, and we know we are soon approaching another critical area that I don't think breaking it will be good at all. It'll be terrible. Right, because it's like confluence here. All right, daily, linear, not even log. You're soon approaching the upsloping support, newly adjusted trend line, the channel, and it's confluent with, look left, critical supports from May of 2018. All right, that we fell below a multitude of times. Really need to see it, like making a lower low here, right, on this impulse. Making a lower low than the previous low is extremely bad. That is, things will start getting really froggy if we make a lower low than 9K, all right, on this impulse. Longest stream, 13 hours. Excalibur, does that make sense? Critical areas coming up. You do not want to fall below 96 to 9,800. That's it, man. It's the breaking point. I mean, the 7,500 though. I mean, really at this point with the uptrend, I think falling, that was one before, but now that was a danger. Now I think falling below 9100, 9000 is really, really bad for the corn. Okay. Don't want to be messing with anything below 9100, even though there is support here. It's just like trend analysis, right? When you start breaking your previous lows consistently, then you're in a lot of trouble, man. The trend is reversed and could be continuing. There could be a new bearish trend. So just currently hanging out 10,170. 40 seconds to go on your 60-minute chart, which we're looking at. We just recently squared up at 10,050 or so and bounced a little bit. 60-minute bullish divergence on both oscillators at a square up. So we might get a little reversal here, maybe, but it will probably just end up being a lower high somewhere before selling off again to 9,600 for another square up. You're hoping, I mean, if you're long, you would hope 9,600 doesn't happen, because again, that breaks you way below critical supports that you need to hold. I mean, going below 10K, really bad, man. Really bad. Hold above this, make a higher low than the previous low, so one can pivot, and I mean, Bitcoin can pivot and rally again. All right. 10K, big deal, man. 9K, really, really big deal. 9,100. What's up, Brookolinos, man? Okay. So that's it, chat. That's the stream, man. Hope you got something out of it. I think I tried to uncover every stone today when it came to Bitcoin and other markets. Just know right now, if anyone's short, just know there's 60-minute bullish divergence, and a small rally could occur if it does, right? And again, it probably just ended up being a lower high before another sell-off. Maybe, right? But again, 9,100, that is putting your trend, because it's a new local low, right? From before, it's a new one, right? So falling below 9,000, 9,100, very, very bad, and could put this overall major uptrend we're in jeopardy, okay? Big freaking deal, man. 9,100. Okay. So thanks so much for the light support, contributions, everything today. Means everything. I guess thanks for the hate and vitriol that's also been here, but that normally happens during sell-off days like this. People get really emotional. It's crazy, man. Negative emotions, like, whoa. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I'll be back. I don't know when I'll be back. Maybe tonight, I guess, maybe, but who knows? So until next time, respect the TA.
Johnny M in the mix.
My name is JP. I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.